game. What did you think about the way you guys took care of the ball in the second half?
Thought it was good. I think the way we executed, on offense, we was able to get shots when we did what we were supposed to do. So I think in a game like this, you take care of the ball, you continue to get quality looks, and you have good offensive possession. So I thought that was a great thing. I think the first game we played them, we took care of the ball. We just struggled defensively. So, it was good to have another game like that.
What did you think about how you guys kind of just stood there and they just kind of kept hanging around? And, how were you able to kind of pull this one out?
We started the game how we wanted to start it. I thought our energy was right, we was focused, and they made a run. Like every team is capable of, and usually they do. They had some guys out there that could score the ball, so it was expected. But like you said, we was able to weather the storm by just doing the things we needed to do. I think defensively we just would tighten up when we needed to tighten up. Offensively we tightened up when we needed to tighten up, and especially down the stretch. When the game was really on the line, we did all the things necessary to win.
Hassan was just saying that you kind of told him you got to go out there and get the rebounds, especially after the offensive rebounds they were getting earlier in the game. What did you say to him?
I just been telling them, just get every rebound. Just eat up the glass, be that guy. I think his ability to rebound is one of the best I've seen. So if we're a team struggling to rebound the ball, we need to be encouraging him to do that. We're going to try to crack back as often as possible and gang rebound and stuff like that. But, he's capable of being that monster on the glass every night. So, I just challenged him to go get every one. And, he obviously took that challenge tonight.
When was that? When did you?
That was like 2 games ago. So.
Hans is struggling with his shot the way he is. Do you, knowing how that can go sometimes, do you say anything to him, or is it kind of just encourage what he's doing?
Me and Ant, we come back at night sometimes. We train, like he trains with the guy that I train with. So we come back and we work out together sometimes. And I told him, more than anything is just making sure you keep getting your work in, keep putting your time in, and, everything will balance itself out. And you'll come around, but it's a long season. It's a hard grind, and sometimes you have, tough stretches shooting the ball. But the confidence, stays in knowing that you're working and knowing that you're doing the right things to give yourself a chance. And that's all I tell them. Just keep doing what you need to be doing to give yourself a chance, and stay aggressive. Don't come out missing shots and trying to pass more and do all. Just be aggressive and be who you are. No matter what, if all else fails, be yourself. And that's just my message to him. He's young. It's going to be struggles. There's going to be some ups and downs, and him some growing pains. But through all of that, you're out there 20 minutes, and you got to play with confidence and be aggressive.
In Phoenix, you CJ Mel combined for 80. Tonight it's kind of 78. Are you guys kind of finding the balance of how you three work together?
Yeah, I think we are smart enough to figure it out at some point. And to start, it was like we want Melo to be comfortable, and I'm kind of like backing off a little bit, and then you don't want CJ to get lost, because he's playing off the ball and stuff like that. And then, sometimes it was like I look up and it's the third quarter and I haven't got a whole lot done, so I try to get myself into it. But I think we to the point now where we figured out how to, kind of balance it all out and make it work for the team.
Is that something you've had to discuss, or is it a feel thing?
It's just a feel thing. Anytime sometimes you get a new player and there's somebody that they come in and they'll just find their way, or they're a guy that come off the bench, so it's easier. He came in the starting lineup, Hall of Famer. Like, you got to use him. You got to allow him to do what he can do for the team. So I think that, made it take, a few more games because, we want to honor that and make sure that we take full advantage of him being here. So I think that just made it a little bit different. But like you said, we're at the point now where, we've had back-to-back games where, it's been more smooth, and obviously not against the best defense in the world, but just to feel it and for it to be happening in the NBA game is good for our team.
You talked about you sitting next to Melo on the bus, you guys getting to know each other a little bit better. Do you think that building chemistry off the court has helped the chemistry on the court?
It's not that deep. We sit next to each other on the bus, and sometimes he playing his music and I play mine, and we don't say a word. But on the road, it's been a lot of he's new, and it's not like he's lived here for years. So when we go on the road, he like, what y'all about to do for dinner? And we all go eat. And what's going on? And we all we've been meeting up together a lot. And in those moments, we've just we've gotten to know each other. after losses and when we winning. You know, it's been like the same thing. So I think being able to get together in every moment, you know, where somebody struggled that night, or we lose the game or we win, I mean, and it's just the same kind of connection between all of us is, you know, been helpful.
I mean, we always known that kind of keep performance strategy is to track you and stuff. But it seems like they're going even a step further lately and embodied a lot and absorbing a lot of contact. Do you feel that's kind of the next step? People are doing that to you a lot lately?
I mean, I feel like for the last few years I've been guarded pretty physical. That's why I've been way more vocal with the referees in my interactions, because I'm not a player that is going out there trying to trick the referees and sell contact. So, you know, it's it's almost like if I'm going to play an honest game, you know, don't penalize me for not trying to trick you or not flopping and falling over the ground. So I think it's been that way for you know, years.
I feel like the last couple of games, a lot, but particularly tonight, you got really frustrated with it, though.
I did. I mean,
Especially on the perimeter.
I mean, it was just a physical game, and it's like in the NBA game when you see one thing happen on one end, and you go to the other end, and yours lead to a turnover and don't get called. That's like frustration in the heat of a game. So I mean, I got to the line a lot tonight, so I mean, I can't complain about that, but it's just those moments where it's like that could have been something, you know, where it's like you don't want to have too many of those situations as a player or you're going to get frustrated. That's just how it is.
Dave,
A couple more, then we're going to wrap it up.
last year, if you look back at the games between these two teams, they were events. I mean, they were a big deal. And then you see what injuries have done to both of these teams. It's very ironic, I think.
I grew up a Golden State Warriors fan, and my family didn't have the most money, and we was able to get season tickets. It wasn't a sold-out arena and stuff. I mean, Steph and Clay and Draymond and all those dudes, they've done a great thing and turned it into a real championship organization and a great organization. Steve Kerr, you know, they've done a great job. And then, you know, they have some injuries and some bad things happen. And usually when we play them here, it looked like a Golden State game. And all of a sudden, ain't none of them people showing up to the game to support the team. So, I mean, that was just weird to me. So.
Okay, thanks.